Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, guys, wherever you are on this beautiful world and whenever you're watching this video. Welcome to the Bitcoin Family channel. For the newcomers, my name is Didi. Today, yes, doing an amazing video from my garden again about 4 Bitcoin charts, a travel tip, a trading tip, some live advice, and some news. Of course, all the normal subjects that you expect from me while I'm wearing this beautiful Legend t-shirt. A good friend of me from the Netherlands, Ronnie, brought me from St. Kitts when he visited me. He bought it there, he came here, he gave me my Bob Marley Legend shirt. Now, let's quickly jump into the charts to see what is happening to Bitcoin, because we are hovering around at 43K, and I know you're all doubting. Should I buy more? Should I wait for the dip? Let's see what the charts have to tell us. Bam! The first chart for today, guys, that I want to show you is, of course, again, that 6-month chart that I showed you yesterday, because I forgot to tell you one little very important thing. I put the candles now in a normal candle mode, so not hiking, ashing. So what you can see in the 6-month candles now, that the highest candle close that we ever had is over here, is this one, this green one. And that highest candle close was around 46,202. We have never closed a 6-monthly candle higher than 46,202. Let's see if we can close this 6-month candle, which will take another 4 months at the moment, 4 months and 24 days, above 46K. If this candle will close above 46K, like 46,202, that will be the first time in Bitcoin history that there was a 6-monthly candle closing above that level, which of course is very bullish. Just look back to the past. Every time when we did that, look over here, this was the highest close at that moment. Then the moment the candle went above that close, that was when the huge bull market started. Here again, when that closed, that was the highest moment. The moment one candle closed above that one, huge bull market. It doesn't look huge, but believe me, if you look at the numbers, that is huge, because that's from 14, 15K over there, all the way up to 45K over there. It's times 3. So it's a very interesting thing to see. Over here the same, that one closing there at a level of like 600. When we reach that level, bam, huge bull market. So the moment this candle is going to close above this level of 46,202, we will see again huge green candles popping up all the way to above 100K, in my honest opinion. Now let's quickly jump into some more interesting charts. This is a very interesting fear and greed index. You can see where there is a lot of fear and where there is a lot of greed. At the moment we are between the 70 and 80 level, which is very nice, guys. It's still a lot of people are greedy. There's no much fear in the market, so that's good. In my honest opinion, there's still a positive buying pressure at the moment, because still people want to accumulate Bitcoins because of the news, because of the TA, because of everything else that they see at the moment in Bitcoin. Here you can see also that even the ETFs, spot ETFs, are now growing into positive area. You can see a beautiful chart by the Rational Root, by the way, where we had a huge of grayscale dumping, that gray area, and all the other ETFs, that blue area. So because of the dumping, we went down below the 0 line in that red line, and now we have been turning green already since the 29th of January. So at the moment we are adding 1.3K Bitcoins daily. So that means there is a demand of more than 1.3K Bitcoin just by the spot ETFs daily, and then also the retail investors and all the other investors that would take up maybe to 2K Bitcoins per day, which is a huge amount if we only like create 900 Bitcoins a day, and from the halving only 400 Bitcoins a day. So yes, these numbers will increase the demand, but the supply will decrease. We have less Bitcoins being created from the halving in April, so that will lead to a supply shock, which will lead to a huge increase in the price. I found this chart on the Twitter of Steve, Crypto Crew University, very good channel as well. This is a weekly chart, this is the RSI, and he's like, hey, that blue line, that's the D line, it's now down below the 20 level. If you look back to the left, that doesn't happen very often. And when it happens and goes to the bottom of that area, we will turn around again. And then we will probably cross that red line again. And that is every time again the start of this massive run in Bitcoin. So yes, it is not strange that we see sideways movements or even small corrections, but the moment that this RSI will turn around, and then again overtake that red line and move to the top levels of 80, that is of course a very bullish move for Bitcoin. We have this one, I found it also on Twitter. We are talking here about the bull run support band. That is that orange band that you can see, that's a bull run support band. You can find that also on TradingView. You just search for bull market support band and you will find that one. We are still above this bull market support band. And if you look back now to the previous bull run, during the whole bull market, we stayed above that band. The moment we start to break that band, that was a sign that the bull market is over and the bear market will start. Of course, we had a double top that was fooling us, but the first bull market top was already a very nice level to take your profits. When we broke it and reversed, yes, of course, you could have taken profits a little bit higher, like 5 to 6K higher. But again, when we broke that band, that was the start of that bear market. So as long as we stay above this band, and that band is now around 37,100 US dollar, it is still fully bull market on, of course. So if we break that support level of 37,000 US dollar, which is like not really a thing that I am expecting, then of course the next support level of the 31K that you can see on the chart will be there to support Bitcoin in the ultimate worst case scenario. For me, 37, 38K is the real support at the moment, and I don't believe that we will go down below those levels, and certainly not down below 31K levels. You can't buy Bitcoin ever again below 30K. Congratulations to all of you that did buy below 30K. You are legends, just like the legends on my t-shirt. Now, let's quickly jump into the next part. Yes, I know, you're disappointed. My wife is not next to me and you don't see any booties on the beach, but look at this beautiful garden and this beautiful t-shirt and at those charts that I just showed you. I hope you really enjoyed those charts. Those charts need to be a reminder for you that it doesn't matter when you buy Bitcoin, it matters that you buy Bitcoin. As long we didn't see the halving, April 2024, you should be accumulating as much as possible Bitcoin as you can. Because that halving will create a supply shock, like it always does. And from that halving, we will go higher in price. And even if you're in this industry now to just make 10 or 20% profit to pay for your holidays this summer, just do it. Put 10K in, make 20% profit or 50% profit, take 5K out and book yourself a beautiful holiday with your family. It is all possible. These next upcoming 12 months are going to surprise you, shock you, and make you very emotional, because we will see massive runs and 20% dips and runs. And those 20% dips are not even compared to the runs that we're going to make, but those dips will like freak you out and will maybe, if you have weekends, make you sell your Bitcoins to the strong hands that know that the top, the ultimate top of this bull market will be in 2025. Now, let's jump into the trading tip. The trading tip for today, guys, is that if you don't have the time to trade or not the capability to trade, we as the Bitcoin family also offer a trading bot, an algorithm that is automatically trading for you. And the trading bot is making a result of around 3% per month. So you don't need to look at the Bitcoin family signals group, you don't need to manually enter trades anymore. This is just connecting a bot to your Bybit account and automatically trades your account and makes around 3% per month. This is on yearly base. So some months 1%, some months 6%. The average on 12 months is 3% a month, is 36% a year. That is a shitload of profit. And to prove it, I restarted the bot yesterday with exactly 1 Bitcoin. The screenshot you can see over here. The account value at the moment is 1 Bitcoin. I'm gonna keep sharing this account with all of you to show you exactly how much revenue the bot is making. So you exactly see what that part of our capital is doing, that 1 Bitcoin over there. Of course, there's a few more Bitcoins in other wallets connected to this bot, but this Bitcoin I'm going to show you to exactly show you from the beginning, 1 BTC, 3% a month in average, where we will end in 12 months next year, March, guys. Now, that is a trading tip for today. If you don't have the time to trade for yourself, that doesn't mean you can't trade. We have artificial intelligence, we have bots that do trade automatically nowadays and that have a result of 3% a month. If you want to sign up to this bot, after that you're convinced by watching this video, or after being convinced after the results in my Bybit account, then sign up with the link down below because you get an extra discount as a Bitcoin family member. Check it out. And now the travel tip, guys. And for those that are complaining about my wife not being in the video, look there she is. She is in the video. Can you wave? Yes, that's her. She is in the video. My wife is in the video again, guys. And the travel tip for today is, and maybe this is a very strange travel tip, but I'm still traveling with this Swiss pocket knife. You know, this combination knife. I always have it with me. Since we were backpacking from the beginning, I bought myself some combo knife, like with a screwdriver, with a knife and a saw and all that. I don't even know how you call it in English. I think a Swiss knife we call it. But I'm still traveling with it. It's still there in my bedroom. I still have it with me every time, again and again and again, because it's just very handy whenever you need it. Sometimes a house, like we rent this one, there's no screwdriver. I have my own screwdriver. Sometimes when you go to a beautiful beach, you can't open a coconut. Yeah, you have a knife or whatever, a saw to make the coconut open. There's so many things you can do with a knife, cut ropes, whatever it is. We are still traveling pretty old-fashioned with a Swiss knife. So my travel tip for the day is, if you're going to travel all over the world to beautiful countries, please take yourself a Swiss knife, this combo knife. It will always come in handy. Believe me, for the strangest things you can't think of now, that knife came in handy in the last 8 years of traveling. So travel tip, buy yourself a combination knife, a Swiss knife. I don't know how you call it. Let me know down in the comments, because I'm Dutch native. I don't speak English that well. Let me know down in the comments, how do you refer to this knife with all kinds of possibilities? Not a Rambo knife, not the one with the compass and like huge blade. That is not allowed. The small knives, you know, knives that are allowed to travel with. That one, take that with you on your trips. Bam. Answering the questions of one of the followers. There was a question down below the video of yesterday, a long question, and it ended with, I still don't understand your strategy, Didi, of going into USDT from Bitcoin, because if you believe that dollars are creating inflation and losing value, purchasing power, why would you exit from Bitcoin into USDT at the top of the bull market? Why are you doing this? Can you please explain that to me? Now, I'm going to explain it to you very simple. I'm not exiting into USDT, I am multiplying my Bitcoins, because the bear market will only take 12 months. So yes, a part of my capital will be in USDT for 12 months. The inflation in those 12 months will probably be around 6 to 7%. The crash of Bitcoin in those 12 months will probably be between 50 and 70%. So I'm going to pay 50 to 70% less for my Bitcoins 12 months later than I sold them at the top. So I'm buying back a shitload more of Bitcoins at that bottom of the bear market. So I'm risking indeed to be hedging my capital for 12 months, a part of my capital, into US dollar Tether or DAI or any other stablecoin, USDC. I'm risking inflation at that moment, but the Bitcoin price is going to crash no matter what in those 12 months to a bear market bottom. So when I sell the Bitcoins at 100K each, for example, and we see a 70% crash or 60% crash to 30K, for each Bitcoin I sell at the top, I will be able to buy 3 Bitcoins back at the bottom. And the inflation of USDT is not going to be as big as 300%, because I will be buying back 300% more than I'm selling. And that is why a part of my capital will be put into stable coins at the top of the bull market, to be able to buy back at the bear market. Nothing else. And that's just a part, because a huge part will also stay in Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies that I believe in for the long term. You will find the list in the Bitcoin family VIP group, guys. Now, that is the answer to the question. So no, I don't trust dollars and euros because they are inflationary. I do trust Bitcoin, but sometimes you need to take a risk with a part of your portfolio to be able to multiply your Bitcoins that you sell at the top to buy them back at the bottom, maybe 3 times or 4 times as much as you sold. Now, that was the answer. Let's jump into the next part. I read a really cool news article about fake IDs passing KYCs at crypto exchanges. And those fake IDs are AI-generated IDs on an online website. You don't get a physical ID, you can only get a digital ID, like a proof of your passport, like a picture of your passport. But there are still exchanges that do allow just the upload of a picture of your passport. So the website is called Fake ID, and on that website you can create IDs from over 26 countries. Like all the popular countries, you can create an ID, a driver license, a passport, whatever you need. It costs you $15 to create that fake ID, and then you can use that fake ID to try and open an account at a cryptocurrency exchange. Of course, you will only get into level 1 or level 2, because when you need to do proof of address, it becomes a little bit more difficult. But just being able, with a fake ID, to trade anonymous on a crypto exchange already has its advantages as well. So, I don't know, it's not financial advice, it's not like legal advice, but there is a website, it's called Fake ID, where you can create an ID for $15 and try to use that ID to sign up to an exchange and do your KYC verification for level 1 on that exchange. Just try it out. It's always nice to play around with the possibilities of artificial intelligence. And I do believe that the future of artificial intelligence and the creation of images and videos and even influencers, you know the project I all told you to invest in, FMC, which is Famecoin, which is creating artificial intelligence influencers. They are already live with their app, you can already test it, and they will add more features every time, again and again and again. I already have an AI influencer on that app. Really cool how it works. By answering some simple questions, you create an own AI influencer and they can create their own Instagram account and everything else. Just really cool, check them out. But the possibilities of AI, blockchain, Bitcoin, creation of images, videos, etc. will lead to a lot of changes in the upcoming years, guys. And yes, it will become more and more simple for us to fool the traditional centralized systems with all these possibilities. And I will be there to guide you through all that fooling that we are going to do, because I just love that part of the industry as well. Now, let's jump into the next part. The inspirational part today, a very short part, guys, is about you need to start with taking small steps. Because it's very important that you take small steps so it won't be too big of a challenge. For example, if you start to save $8 a day, that would be $3,000 a year. If you would start to read 20 pages per day from books, that would be 30 books a year. And even better, if you start to take 10,000 steps per day, just walking, not running or flying, 10,000 steps per day will lead to you walking 70 marathons per year. It all starts with small little steps. $8 per day, 3,000 per year. 20 pages reading per day in a book, you're reading 30 books per year. 10,000 steps will take you to 70 marathons per year. So those end goals, you will reach them if you start with little steps. And that's the same for life-changing steps that you want to take. If the step is too big, from living a normal life into living a freedom, decentralized, minimalistic lifestyle, traveling around the world, start with baby steps. Start with working a little bit less. Start with offloading all your materialistic stuff, selling everything in your garage and your attic and everything else. Step by step, you will reach that end goal of living that different life. If you're not capable of doing it all in directly over here, then do it step by step so you still reach your goal, but it will take a little bit longer. And the same thing, you already guessed what I'm going to say now, counts for Bitcoin. If you don't have the balls, the guts, or whatever it is, to go all in over here, sell your house, sell your car, sell everything you have to go all into Bitcoin, then do it step by step. And in Bitcoin, we refer to this as dollar cost averaging. Buy a little bit Bitcoin, buy a little bit more, buy a little bit more. Educate you more and more about Bitcoin. The more convinced you get, you buy a little bit more, and again a little bit more. And then the more you see your capital growing harder than what you put in $100, which has a value of $300, for example, the more you will be willing to sell that materialistic stuff that you haven't been using for the last 5 to 10 years. and put that in Bitcoin as well. Then you see your capital growing more. And by baby steps, step by step, at the end, you will reach your goal. Having a shitload of capital that will make you financially independent and give you a little bit more conviction in trying to change your lifestyle, because now you don't have the financial pressure anymore. So it's all about steps by steps, little steps. That was everything for today, guys. I hope you really enjoyed my beautiful Legend t-shirt. I also hope you really enjoyed the video, all the content, the tips, the advice, and of course also the charts. If you did enjoy everything, please give the video a thumbs up, share with your friends and family, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, leave a comment. What do you think about all of that? And thank you for watching. I wish you an amazing Wednesday and see you tomorrow again. Bam!